Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Monday mindset call. I found a really cute, funny, like 3 minute video that we're going to get started with, and it's related to the homework that we did. So we'll watch this cute little 3 minute video and then we'll share about the homework, and I'll let people in if anybody shows up kind of later. Go ahead and minimize those photos, make this bigger. Will you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear it when I press play? Super extra bad news. He's on Facebook. Oh, I love that. Small choices become actions, actions become habits, and habits become your way of life. He needed some Labri by the end of that video. His
100%.
skin kept getting worse.
I like the cobwebs on the gym
The
bag.
cobwebs on the gym bag. Let me see if there's anything else. It says, so what will you choose? And that's it. Oops, it's starting over again. Where's our little, there we go. So last week our homework was to do like a habits inventory. You guys don't have to like read everything you wrote, but does anybody want to share how that went for you?
Oh, am I unmuted? Oh,
Yeah, yeah, go
I
ahead.
can, I can go since I'm unmuted. So I wrote down everything that I did: wake up, energy drink, coffee, turn on computers. I go have a cigarette on the patio, wash my face, makeup, get dressed, check Facebook, check LeBron numbers, and I haven't even left for work yet. So I switched out the energy drink and coffee for lemon water.
Wow.
Obviously, with the hernia stuff going on, I wanted to not be having that habit while I was doing that. I didn't smoke. I don't smoke in the morning anymore, so I switched that out. And so I did still check my numbers and things like that, but I got rid of the energy drink, which was huge
Yeah.
because I would crash by the time I got to work. And then guess what I'm doing? Another one.
Yep.
So I do about 2 to 3 energy drinks is what I was doing the last couple of weeks, just trying to feeling like poo. So
Yeah.
yeah, huge difference though, because I've been waking up. I mean, obviously I'm feeling a lot better and it's just a short amount of time and not smoking, you heal faster.
Mhm.
I know you told me that. So
Yep.
yeah, so just changing a few of the things. I don't miss them just because I feel good. So yeah,
Very
huge
good.
difference.
Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing. Yeah,
yeah.
I used to be an energy drink every day kind of person too. It's a tricky habit to break because there's definitely a period of time where you're like, okay, I'm tired and that's okay. Like I don't have to push through it. I can just, honor that my body needs rest.
Yep.
Very good. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else want to share?
So I added stuff to my list and my list is ever changing. Um, I know when I had to quit smoking, I had to quit coffee and drinking alcohol. Then I quit the smoking. I reintroduced the alcohol and the coffee, but I never reintroduced the smoking. But I had to quit those things. I know to quit that one thing. But for me, I have added working out and I've been sticking to it every single day. Even if I just get in the garage, it was miserable today. And the whole
Yeah,
time
it
I
was
was,
100.
well, it was 83 when I went in there this morning and then I let the mosquitoes in. So it was a constant battle. But I still did it and I stretched because I promised myself I was going to add every morning. I used to just wake up automatically, but now I've been having to use an alarm because I've gotten in a bad habit. So I'm reintroducing my morning routine,
Mhm.
um, which is exercise and stretching. And then my other new thing is don't set it down, put it away. So I've been just saying that all day today, and I've been saying it for a week straight. So I like to leave things everywhere, and I am a messy Marvin. And I would say it's working like 40% of the time compared to never. So that's huge.
Small
Like,
improvement.
yeah, I'm still setting things down, but a lot less. And I'm even going back and getting them because that little jingle. So those are two huge new improvements. And I've added neck cream to my regimen, which I have been lacking for like a year. And it is now with the other three things because it wasn't. And it was like in a special place. So yeah, I've added three positive things. And I
Great.
think don't set it down, put it away is also removing a bad habit of
Yeah.
leaving stuff out. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really proud of
replacing it.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Can I ask,
yeah.
can I ask, how does that make you feel? Like, so you are now 40% putting things away and remembering to do that. Isn't that kind of like, do you feel like the dopamine where you check it off your list, like you did something?
No, because
No?
I don't feel that. I need the accolade to get the dopamine. So I need my husband or my daughter or my somebody to go, good job. So I'm
Ah,
having to say, look, I put it away
got it.
versus getting in trouble for leaving it out. So I've been saying good job, Regina. I've been saying it out loud because I need the accolade. The
Okay.
check off the list isn't my fuel. It's the accolade. And there's no one here to reward me other than me not tripping over it or having to rush to put it away. So yeah, ordinarily checking something off the list helps most people, but me, it's the accolade.
Well,
I think
just
that's what my problem was. Yeah,
take
I
a
think that's what my
picture
problem
and
was.
send it to me and be like, look, and I'll love your picture and that'll be your accolade, both of you.
I like yours, Melissa, where you do, it's like the messy closet or whatever, and you hit tap to clean.
Yes.
So yeah,
And
I like that.
that's kind of how I recognize myself. It's like I love before and afters, and my whole family will tell you, even Ellie, I always go, "Oh, I should have taken a before picture because then I get the satisfaction of seeing the before and after. I see it, Mom.
That's the
And
nightmare that I'm sitting next to. It's a
yeah,
comfort and a distraction.
at the same time. Well, the homework was to fill out the habit scorecard, and kind of like the bonus if you wanted to do the next step was implementation intentions. And the formula was I will behavior at time in location. So I will work out in the morning in the garage. I will replace the energy drink with lemon water in the morning in the kitchen. You know, like making it specific of what are you going to do, what time are you going to do it, and where are you going to do it. That's how you actually implement the new habit if you really want to break it down step by step. So you guys did the habit scorecard, writing down what you do, becoming aware of your habits, and then implementing the habit that you want to implement. Now, step 3 is habit stacking. And these are they're not necessarily the steps you have to go in, but these are the steps you can take. And sometimes you kind of do them all at the same time. So habit stacking is after I blank, I will new habit. So after I um, make my breakfast, I will drink my coffee. After I put away this pile, I will take a picture and get recognition for it. You know, you do what you don't want to do, or the new thing that you want to do um, after something that you're already gonna do. So this is the kind of what we're going to work on now is focusing on the current habit that you want to keep, because we're not going to build on habits we don't want, right? So after I do my skincare, I will apply my neck cream, right? That's your habit you already do. It's well implemented. You want to add on the neck cream. That's your new habit. This one's really important and kind of really applicable to what y'all shared is you design your environment. So this book that we're doing these um, exercises out of, Atomic Habits, it talks about how you almost can't get rid of the current bad habit if you don't change your environment. So if you can't change your environment, you need to make the cues for the good habits obvious and visible. So to keep up with the lemon water, you always have lemons available. To keep up with the workout routine, you lay out your workout clothes the night before.
Can
To
you say
make
that
sure you do
again? If you
does
cannot change your environment, you,
design your environment, make the cues of the good habits obvious and visible. So if you want to mark off a to-do list every day, you keep the to-do list visible. If you want to eat breakfast first every morning, you hide the coffee. So it works in reverse. So if you want to get rid of something, you make it not visible and not part of the environment. If you want to add something new, you make it visible and you make it part of the environment.
that's like I'm setting the workout clothes out before I go to bed. Like tonight, I'll set them out. So when the alarm goes off,
Yep.
I don't have an excuse and they're already waiting for me. So
Mm.
same with the vitamin D, it's in the skincare, like, so
Yep.
I like the cues. If you cannot change your environment. Okay.
And this is all part of the first law of making it obvious. The habit scorecard, you're making it obvious what you're already doing. Implement with I will blank at time in location, you're making it super obvious. Using the habit stacking after I will do that. And some of it feels like while I'm doing this, I'm also doing this. For me, it's after I get on the treadmill, I start reading. I'm on the treadmill and I'm reading at the same time, but it's very, sometimes I get on the treadmill and I open up TikTok and I'm not reading. So I have to, after I get on the treadmill, I will start reading, that kind of thing. And then the last one is to design the environment. This is all a part of making it obvious. So scorecard, check. Implement the new habit, specifically time and place, check. Habit stack after the current habit, I will do the new habit, check, and then design your environment. And
Is this
congratulations, we've
something,
covered the
oops,
first law.
Is this something to where like, like say Regina, she's doing her workouts every single morning and to reward herself? Like, sometimes we need rewards, like she would go buy a new outfit or a new
Well,
pair of
not
shoes.
that for Regina, but she would text Peter and say, I did this workout today, or text, get recognition for what she did.
Yeah, I just have to text the best friend. The husband doesn't do the affirmation.
Well, that too. And another thing that I've noticed works really well for some people is to have a calendar and to put a sticker or put like a
I'm
cute
doing that.
drawing. Yeah,
I'm
to
doing
do
that.
that as your like making it obvious visual of how many days you've done it.
And I have one in the closet in the bedroom and then one in the garage. Like I need to have reinforcements all over the place. Like in the kitchen, I'm drinking my collagen each day. I'm now like it's part of my new routine. I wake up, I don't make the coffee, I make the drink,
Mhm.
do the aloe fresh. Like I've created a new morning habit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we've kind of focused on morning routines for this just to like talk about it and understand it. I think it would be really beneficial for us to do this with some Labri habits. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna look at where did it go? Here it is. Anybody remember the Labri Cafe menu?
Mhm.
So this is our Labri Cafe menu. It has appetizers, which are all social media habits. We have the main courses, which are all business building habits, sales, shows, sponsoring. We have desserts, which are one-on-one connections. And then we have drinks, which are all like learning. And we're not into this section of the book, but I thought it was really interesting today. He said you have to have motion and action, or it doesn't work. If you're all motion, you're never going to actually accomplish your goal. If you're all action, you might be missing out on some of the motion as far as like making a plan and getting support and all of that, but at least you're still taking action. And they actually did this study where and I'm summarizing, but they took a group of photographers and they said, you are the quantity group, take as many pictures as you can. And then the other group, they said, you're the quality group, only take the best quality. And the group that was quantity actually had better results because they had more attempts at it versus the quality group, they had like one good picture to show for the whole thing because they were so focused on got to make it right, got to make it perfect, has to be the best picture ever. Where really, when it comes to habits, it's not how long it will take you, it's how many repetitions. So let's just apply this to Labri really quick. If you go live every single day, you are way more likely to get better at going live, to have successful lives where people are ordering and reaching out to you and making connections and getting referrals and growing your business versus going live once every 6 to 9 weeks because you have to have the right lighting and you have to make sure it's quiet in the background and you have to make sure there's nothing going on before or after and you have to make sure you have your product set up. Worry about the repetitions versus the quantity versus the quality when you're focusing on habits, okay? So, which of these Labri habits, I'm just going to read through them and then you guys tell me which ones would you like to make a better habit? We've got go live, making reels or videos, posting on social media, posting in your stories, commenting on other people's posts, messaging gratitude to people, calling people, going to events that are not yours, following up with customers one on one, or booking one on ones, attending team calls, attending learn to earns, or any other kind of, Labri home office sponsored event, listening to replays of calls, receiving orders, having conversations directly related to orders. Are you running low? what can I help you? What can I recommend? Those kind of phone calls or conversations, receiving orders, booking shows, closing shows, conversations about sponsoring, and actually sponsoring. So, maybe just pick a handful, 3 to 5, that you want to make, that you want to be a habit. You want it to just be happening frequently.
Where do you have this sheet, Melissa?
It's posted a few places, but why don't I just send it to you?
It's in the featured section in our Labri Lovers page
I
up
see
at the
it.
top.
I see it. July 25th.
hmm And the second sheet is more like a checklist
I see that.
versus a restaurant menu. So we did it Wednesday through Wednesday, which is why it says W, Thursday for TH, F for Friday, blah blah blah. But we could change this to Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Sunday. So what habits do you guys want to do more of?
I want to do
I
10
think for
gratitude
me,
messages every day.
do what?
10 gratitude messages every day, for
Yeah,
sure. It's my number one.
that's a really good one to have. I will say from experience that one will quickly change your business, especially if it's like hit a stalemate. Just reaching out to people and saying, "Hey, thinking about you. I'm grateful for you. I hope you have a great day." Like just love notes to people.
Hmm.
hmm What were you saying, Mom? Which one do you want to do more of?
I'm saying that I get overwhelmed and then get forgetful and then forget where I was. And I just did really, really well on an accountability and a routine. And there was like an expectation, like when there's the bootleg thing or whatever, boom, like I can do it. Like during COVID, you were like, do X, do Y, do Z. And I like did it. It's just, I'm just saying my scatterbrain, ADD, whatever. Like I really like this. And if I can schedule it and I go to my calendar, because every morning I look at my calendar, what do I have to do today? I need a list. Like
Yeah.
doesn't mean I always stick to it, but no list, nothing happens.
Right, because
Right.
then and that's part of the make it obvious. I will do this at this time in this location. So before we had 2 Zooms a day. You're talking about COVID. So
Yeah.
at 10 a.m. every day, we checked in and we got stuff done together on
Co-work.
like
We
during that.
co-work.
Yeah, we co-worked for that hour. Same, we did it at 5 o'clock too. And even though we're only meeting once a week, like showing up to this call for 30 minutes is still, it's a habit. And so
Yeah.
the more that you do it, the more you'll get out of it. So
I
you don't
show up
have to
because it's on the
do,
calendar.
right. So put what do you want to put on your calendar? Like looking at
I
this
need to
list,
put, I need to
which,
put the go live.
okay.
And like I get sometimes I'm just being vulnerable and I don't know if it helps other people for me to say this, but like,
Yeah, it's good to talk through.
oh, there's a sale, like the Aloe Fresh. Well, I never even got that posted because I was still trying to figure out another
Yeah.
reel.
Well,
And
flash sales are tricky that way where it's like if you don't have the space in your schedule, it kind of comes and goes. But
but
we
if I
know,
have a plan of
yeah,
do a search, who ordered that, at least contact them. That's the bare minimum. Like I know that that's the action step to do. Like right now with my new job, I'm putting reminders on the calendar of what to do each day of the week because
yeah.
I'll forget come Wednesday, I was supposed to set somebody up. But if it's on my calendar, it's a no brainer for me. They're crutches for me at my age or my attention span. And just this list right here, if I put make a reel on a Tuesday or make a comment on a Thursday, it's more likely for me to get done if I put it on a calendar.
So we're going to make it attractive now. This is law 2. So law 1 is to make it obvious. Law 2 is to make it attractive. So these are 3 ways that you can make it attractive. Number 1 is to use what he calls temptation bundling. You pair an action that you want to do with an action that you need to do. So if you want to go live, pair it with something that you already need to do. I've been doing this with my lives. I need to wash my face and put makeup on. I'm going to go live at the same time. I need to walk down the street for this show that we're going to. I'm going to go live while we're walking to the show. So if there's some, Debbie, your 10 gratitude messages, when do you think, I'm kind of putting you on the spot, but what could you pair the gratitude messages with?
Doing at the same time, listening to my Calm app.
Oh, perfect. And you could even do it after, like you want to listen to your Calm app. Maybe you do it after you've done the Calm app, and that's like kind of your reward.
Okay.
So yeah, temptation bundling. I thought this was such a cool phrase. Pairing an action that you want to do with an action that you need to do. Another thing is joining a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. So we have that on our team. The desired behavior is to have a growth mindset and become successful to whatever level that we set for ourselves, to cheer each other on. So we have a culture where the desired behavior is what's expected. So you want to surround yourself with people who have a similar culture than you. It is very, 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 with a capital V, very difficult to be successful in direct sales if your spouse hates it or if your friends hate it. It is very hard to get healthy and go to the gym if you're not going into an environment where people want to be healthy and work out. It is very hard to quit smoking if you're surrounded by people who smoke. So join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. And remember, habit change, he says the North Star of habit change is identity change. So if you want to be successful in LeBra, you have to assume the identity of a salesman or a sponsorer or the best show lady there is. So keep that in mind. Okay, use temptation bundling, make it attractive. Join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior, make it attractive. And the third one is to create a motivation ritual. It says, do something you enjoy immediately before a difficult habit. So calling 5 people would be a difficult habit for me to start implementing because I don't enjoy dialing a number, waiting for them to answer, and then I much prefer texting people. So let's just say I want to implement calling people versus texting. I'm going to do something that I really enjoy right beforehand. Motivation ritual. It's getting me excited and ready to do what I want to do as far as building a new habit. I could um, organize. I love organizing, so I could organize a small spot that needs to get done before or while I'm calling people. Honestly, I could kind of make that like my ritual. While I'm picking these things up, I'm making my phone calls and connecting with customers or having sponsoring conversations or whatever it may be.
My workout, I have a ritual music.
There you
It's the
go.
same, it's the same soundtrack I've been listening since 2013.
Yep, that's a perfect example of a motivation ritual.
The first
Music.
song inspires me to just push through.
There you go. Perfect. Something that I did to start eating breakfast every morning, I learned that skipping breakfast is really hard on your hormones, especially if you have high cortisol. So my motivation ritual was to take my vitamins because I know if I take my vitamins and don't eat, it's gonna feel bad. I'm gonna have a stomach ache. So I'm like, okay, motivation. I'm taking these vitamins right now while I'm making my breakfast and I'm gonna eat my breakfast. And that was like and I enjoy my vitamins. I enjoy feeling good when I remember to take them. So bundling those into a ritual has been really helpful for me. Okay, it is 7:30. We have covered the first law of habits, the second law of habits, make it obvious, make it attractive. Um, let's make our homework. we kind of talked through all of that. I kind of want to make the homework the third law just to, I know you guys, not all of you have this book, but the third law is basically to make it easy. So look at this LeBrai Cafe menu and let's pick some. I know last week it was just like write about your habits. Let's make it LeBrai focus now. Pick 3 to 5 LeBrai habits that you want to prioritize because you can't do all of them. You can't implement 20 new habits. Let's pick no more than 5, but 3 is really good too. And let's think about how we can make it easy. Make it obvious, pick which ones you want. That's step 1. Step 2 is to make it attractive. That's, the motivation ritual, or we're doing it together, so you're in the culture already, or bundle it with another habit that you already do. And now we're going to think about making it easy for the next week. And if you guys come back next week with any feedback as far as which ones you did and which ones went well and which ones, that would be really cool to hear about too.
Can we post these in the Monday Mindset?
Sure.
Like, I think it would be kind of cool, like everybody who is in the Monday Mindset chat, come
Yeah.
and join us, by the way. I'm going to be friends with them. I'm going to messenger everybody and say hi. That way, when I post something, someone will see it and we can all support each other. Like Regina wants the accolade, and I'm going to go in there and go, oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. So
You know what's funny is even though I want the accolade, I don't post like I had 2 orders yesterday, or I don't post that I closed the show. Like
It's
I feel
because
like
it's
that's
another step for
it's
you.
another step, 100%. And I forget, and then I feel like I'm not committed. And so I just skip it. I know I did it because I check it off my own little spreadsheet, but
Yeah.
I do
that is probably
like
the only
accolades.
thing that I do like to celebrate myself, because I don't like to blast it. Besides, I put it in the team thing, but to me, oh my God, I got an order. I can tell Pat till I'm blue in the face, and he's like, woohoo, great job. Yeah, like Peter for you, Regina. Okay, yeah, whatever.
So that's
Hey, wait,
that's the if I get that.
And
But the
and
Cowboy
this
score and it's woohoo.
the powerful thing about habits is you're doing it to become another, like you're doing this to be a different person, to have a different identity. So if right now you're not happy with where you are or you want to be on another level, the recognition and the accolade is that you're changing you're growing who you are, you're evolving who you are, you're becoming who you want to be by changing habits, the little ones, which is
Mhm.
just a really cool thing. And remember, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't even happen in a certain amount of time. It happens with a certain number of repetitions. So if you
Mhm.
go live once every day, you could go live 5 times a day, but it's the matter of repetitions. And I'm just using that because it's the first one here. I really think that the desserts on this list can build your business faster. The cool thing about social media is you post it and it's there. Like it stays there for several days. Um,
Mhm.
and then we didn't even talk about the main courses. I would love to get an order every single day. I would love for receiving orders to be a daily habit. I need to make it obvious how I can do that. When
Yeah,
am I
like I
going to do it
sponsored
and where am
3
I going to do
times
it?
and I didn't even post it or do anything. Like I didn't, 'cause I just forget.
You guys feel good about the homework?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be messaging Regina because I'm like on her page right now. I just feel scatterbrained. There's like sometimes I get overwhelmed because I'm LB, and LB's been more interactive with things, and now I'm having to go back to work full time, and it's like, ah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with Regina.
Yeah, you got to
But
make a
I printed
plan. You
them
got
out.
to decide what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and where you're going to do it. I feel like that's the hardest part. And then once you have that figured out, pick 3 to 5 of these. What are you going to do? Where are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? And then we're going to make it real attractive and real easy.
Okay,
Sound
got it.
good?
Yep.
Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.
Can we put those in the Monday mindset too?
What is it?
Those are the sheets, cafe sheets.
Oh, I see them now. Yeah, we should. And I put them in this chat if anybody wanted to click on it and open it, save it for later.
Okay.
Lost the chat. Oh, there you are.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye,
Thank
everybody. Have a good week.
you.
Bye.
Bye.